Welcome back to Saxon Math. This is lesson 52, mentally dividing decimal numbers by 10 and by 100. It's a new concept. When we divide a decimal number by 10 or by 100, the quotient has the same digits as the dividend. However, the position of the digits is shifted. Here we show 12 and 5/10 divided by 10 and by 100. 12 and 5/10 divided by 10. You see 10 will go into 12 one time. There would be 10 times 1 makes 10. There'd be 2 left over. 25 divided by 10 is 2, which would get us close enough to be 5 away from that. And you'd end up with 1 and 25 hundredths. The decimals come straight up in the answer. The decimal comes straight up in the answer. So this one we had to add a few. So you can see in the end, the answer to this one would be 125 thousandths. This would be 1 and 25 hundredths. Remember, it was 12 and 5/10 divided by 10, and this one was divided by 100. When we divide by 10, the digits shift one place to the right. See, notice how the digits are the same, the 1, the 2, and the 5, 1, 2, and 5. Digits are the same, 1, 2, 5, also 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5. So the digits stay the same. When we divide by 100, the digits shift two places to the right. Although it is the digits that are shifting places, we produce the shift by moving the decimal point. When we divide by 10, the decimal point moves one place to the left. When we divide by 100, the decimal point moves two places to the left. So you can recognize that there's two places that you'd have to move on this one. This would be two places. And remember, when we were multiplying by 10 and multiplying by 100, remember that was moving right one place, right two places. If it was multiplying by 1,000, it'd be moving right three places. In this case, we're dividing by 10, which means we're going to move to the left. We're going to move to the left one place. We're going to move to the left if we're dividing by 100. We're going to move to the left two places. And if we're dividing by 1,000, we would move to the left three places. So keep that in mind when doing your mentally dividing decimal numbers by 10 and 100. So if you're to divide 37 and 5/10 by 10, all you have to do, remember, you're keeping these digits. So let me just rewrite those digits, 3, 7, and 5. Here's the original position of the decimal, and you need to move it one place to the left. How do I know it's one place? Because there's 1 0 in the 10, and left is what the division symbol will remind me of. It's not multiplying, so that means if we took 37 and 5/10 and we divided that into 10 equal parts, there would be 3 and 75 hundredths for each of those 10. Since we were dividing by 10, the answer will be less than 37 and 5/10. We mentally shift the decimal point one place to the left. So 37 and 5/10 divided by 10 is simply 3 and 75 hundredths. So looking at example 2 here, divide 3 and 75 hundredths by 100. So 3 and 75 hundredths. I'm going to just write the digits 375. I'm going to put my pencil in the position where the original decimal is. It's right here between the 3 and the 7. I'm going to move two places to the left. There's once, and twice would be over here. I have to have a 0 as a placeholder. I'm going to put 0 in front of it. So that's all I need to do, because this division symbol means I'm going to move left. It's by 100, so I need to move it left twice. So since we're dividing by 100, we mentally shift the decimal point two places to the left. This creates an empty space or place between the decimal point and the 3, which we fill with a 0, which we did. We also write a 0 in the ones place. So we always have to have that. So the answer is 375 10,000ths in this case. All right, let's try some of these. Mentally calculate each quotient and then write the answer as a decimal. So that means we don't have to actually show any work in this case because it's telling us to mentally calculate. So letter A, 2 and 5/10 divided by 10. This should be 25 hundredths. Letter B, 2 and 5/10 divided by 100. You should have a 0 in front of the 2 and then the 5. So remember, it's the same digits, the 25. Just like over here, let me go back for a second. If you've got the 2 and 5/10, just write the 2 and the 5. The original position was between the 2 and the 5. We had to move the decimal one place to the left. So I'd be right there. Here, the decimal is still here between the 2 and the 5 in the original answer, or the original problem. So the dividend started out here, the decimals, and then we moved it over 2 places to the left. We had to put a 0 as a placeholder in this one and a 0 in the ones place. Letter C, 87 and 5/10 divided by 10. In this case, you should have 8 and 75 hundredths, because if you start in between the 7 and the 5 and you move one place to the left, the decimal goes right there. How about 87 and 5/10 divided by 100? So again, I'm going to start by writing the 8, the 7, and the 5. I'm going to put the pencil in the position where the original decimal is, and I need to move to the left because that's what this division symbol means. And I'm going to move it 2 places because I have 2 zeros there. So I'm going to go from this position once, twice. Decimal is in this position, 0 in front. This would be 875 thousandths. All right, letter E, 5/10 divided by 10. So I'm going to start with the digit 5. The digit's original position is right here. The decimal has that right here. So the decimal will move one place to the left. That means I need to have a 0 as a placeholder in between that. So this would be 5 hundredths now. Letter F, 5/10 divided by 100. So again, I'm going to start by writing the 5, which is the digit that I have. I'm going to put my pencil in the position where the decimal is in the original problem. And I'm going to move to the left because that's what division is, and I need to move it to the left 2 places. So here's my original position. One place to the left would mean I'd have to have a 0 in there. So there's one place. And if I go another place to the left, I have to throw another 0 in there in order for that to work. And then I put a 0 in the ones position. So this would be 5 thousandths. There's the tenths, the hundredths, and the thousandths with the TH. And then letter G, 25 divided by 10. So I'm going to start with the 2 and the 5, and I'm going to put the decimal in the position where it would be in 25, which is right here. I'm going to put my pencil in that position. I need to move one place to the left. So my decimal would be in between the 2 and the 5 now. So it'd be 2 and 5/10. Letter H, 25 divided by 100. Same thing here. I'm going to use those 2 digits, and I'm going to put my pencil in the position where the decimal is in the original problem, which is right here. And I need to move to the left 2 places because it's dividing by 100. So I've got 1 once, twice. Decimal goes right there. Throw a 0 in front at the ones place. And letter I, a stack of 10 pennies is 1 and 5/10 centimeters high. How thick is 1 penny in centimeters? So in this case, I need to divide by, in this case, I've got a stack of pennies and they're 1 and 5/10 centimeters high. I'm dividing by 10. So that means in the first place, it would be 1 and 5/10 divided by 10, and that's labeled centimeters. So that would be, in this case, 15 hundredths centimeters for the first answer. For the second answer, if I'm looking for millimeters, I'm actually going to be going kind of the opposite. If I'm looking at centimeters, I know that there are, it says each one of those is a centimeter. There are 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. So what this means is that I actually have to multiply this by 10. So that means that 1 or 15 hundredths for centimeters, and if I'm multiplying by 10 to get the millimeters, I'm actually going to move the other direction. This will be 1 and 5/10 millimeters is how thick 10 pennies are. So that's a distance, a measurement. This was the first part answer. This is the second part answer. All right, excellent work. It's a challenging concept. This has always been something that most students struggle with when considering mentally dividing decimal numbers. It's just the opposite of multiplying when you're multiplying decimal numbers by 10 and 100. You just move to the left when you're dividing. So keep that in mind. If you're dividing, you're moving to the left, you're moving it one place to the left and two places to the left if it's 100. One place if it's 10, two places if it's 100. If it was 10,000, you would actually move the decimal 4 places to the left if that's what you're dividing by. Right? If that's a challenge for you, make sure you review, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.